Good morning students. In our previous video, we have done with the lesson, the cop and the anthem. The first part of it we have done it, written by O. Henry. And before going to the next part, we will revise the lesson, that is part 1. Here we come across the main character Soapy. Soapy is homeless and jobless man, and his place is a seat in the park, that is in Madison Square in New York. And as winter is fast approaching, he won't be able to stay in the park. So every year he goes to an island. So which island it is? Yes, it is Blackwell's Island. So what is there? It is a prison. So there he goes, stays there for 3 months. So why he has selected that particular place? Yes, he has selected that particular place because there he will get food and bed, and also he'll be protected from the cold wind from the north, and also he will be safe from the cops. And in order to go to that Blackwell's Island, to a prison, he has to do some mischief so that the cops will catch hold of him. So for that sake, he thinks of a plan. So and he starts moving from Madison Square. So he reaches to a place that is Broadway and Fifth Avenue. There he goes. He finds a restaurant which is very bright lighted, and he thinks that if I get a table over there, surely the cops will come and catch hold of me. And he plans in that way. And there in that restaurant, he gets, the food is too good, and the best people in their best clothes, they come to that particular restaurant. So he goes to that restaurant. So his clothes are torn, but the upper part of his legs, it is very fine, he thinks. And he has broken shoes also. So he thinks that if I get entry into that restaurant, it's enough. I can go to that restaurant. I can have the food, and finally the cops will come and catch hold of me if I don't pay the bill. So this is what he plans, and he goes to the restaurant. So when he is about to enter the restaurant, the waiter who is there, he doesn't allow, seeing his shoes which were broken. So by that he has failed in that first attempt in order to go to the Blackwell's Island. So now from there he starts moving. He goes to a corner of 6th Avenue. Slowly he walks and he goes to a corner of 6th Avenue. So there he comes across a wide glass window with very bright lighted with electric lights. He sees that glass window which is very bright. So he picks up a stone and he threw it through that glass. So immediately the glass breaks, and finally who has to come? The cops come, and like that the cops come, and seeing this Soapy, they think, do they think that Soapy has done it? No. Why? Because if Soapy has done it, he will run away after doing the crime. But he doesn't run away. So he says to the cop that it is me who has done it. So then the cop says that no, you can't be. You cannot do it, because if a person who has done the crime, they will run off. And the cop finds a person running through that street, they'll be at the back of that particular person. So in that way, Soapy has failed the second attempt in order to go to Blackwell's Island. So now he's a little bit depressed, and he doesn't lose his hope. He still tries. So he crosses that street. Okay, and finally he goes to a restaurant. So that restaurant is not that good as the restaurant which is there, which is in Broadway. So to that restaurant he goes, and there he sees people, they're not that good, or the food is not that good. People are not in that best clothes compared to the other restaurant which is there in Broadway. So he goes there. He gets an entry. Okay, even though his shoes were broken, his clothes were torn, they don't mind, they'll give the entry. He goes inside, he has his food. He will take the food, he will eat. Well, happily he will eat the food. After eating the food, then the waiter comes with a bill. Then he says that I don't have money, and better don't waste my time, call the cops. So the waiter calls another waiter and says that they'll just hold him up and they will throw him out of the restaurant. So this is what happens with him. Okay, till here we have completed in our previous video. Now let us see what is going to happen in the next part of this story. So does he get an entry into that island, that is the prison, or not? We will see. Okay children, now open your book to page number 25. Soapy started moving again. When he stopped, he was near several theatres. In this part of the city, streets are brighter and hearts are more joyful than in other parts. Women and men in rich warm coats moved happily in the winter air. So what happens? Soapy started moving again. So why he started moving again? Again he has to do some sort of crime and he has to be caught by the cops and then he has to be taken to the prison. So this is the idea which he had in his mind. So he stopped to a place where there were so many theatres. Okay, and he found women and men. They were in rich clothes and they were moving here and there and they were very happy. A sudden fear caught Soapy. No cop was going to arrest him. So till now he has done some mistakes. So for that crime no one has caught him. So he had a fear in his mind whether cops will arrest him or not. Okay. Then he came to another cop standing in front of a big theatre. He thought of something else to try. So he was in front of a big theatre and there one cop was there. So he stood next to that cop. He began to shout as if he had too much to drink. His voice was as loud as he could make it. He danced, he cried out. So what he did, he started making lot of noise. He was in front of big theatre and a cop was there and he made a noise as if he had drunk and he was doing all the nonsense. He danced, he cried out, all that he was doing. And the cop turned his back to Soapy. So Soapy was at the back. The cop turned back and said to the man standing near him. So the cop told to another man who was standing near to him. So what did he say? We'll see. It's one of those college boys. He won't hurt anything. We have orders to let them shout. So the cop says to the another man that Soapy who was there, as was making noise. So we have orders that we should not arrest them. They are not going to do any harm. So he seems to be a college boy. Okay. Soapy was quiet listening to this. Was no cop going to touch him? He began to think of the island as if it were as far away as a star. He pulled his thin coat around him. The wind was very cold. So it was very cold outside. So he was thinking that cops are not catching hold of him. And he thought that this going to a prison is as far as a star. So a star is very far from us. So like that he felt that going to a prison is as far as a star. Then he saw a man in a shop buying a newspaper. The man's umbrella stood beside the door. So he went to a shop. There one man was buying some newspaper and his umbrella, that man's umbrella, was beside the door. Soapy stepped inside the shop, took the umbrella and walked slowly away. So now he is doing some sort of crime there. So he took that man's umbrella and started moving. The man followed him quickly. So whose umbrella it was? No, that man started following Soapy quickly. My umbrella, he said. So the man said, it is my umbrella, you have taken it. Oh, is it? Said Soapy. Why don't you call a cop? I took it, your umbrella. Why don't you call a cop? There's one standing at the corner. So Soapy says, there one cop is there. If you think that it is your umbrella, call the cop. So I have taken your umbrella. So you call the cop. The man walked more slowly. So that man, without calling the cop, he started walking. Soapy did the same. So both of them started walking slowly. But he had a feeling that he was going to fail again. So Soapy had in his mind that again this idea also will be a flop or a failure. The cop looked at the two men. So both of them started walking slowly and the cop who was there, he was looking at these two people. I, said the umbrella man. So now I refers to the umbrella man. That is, you know how these things happen? If that's your umbrella, I'm very sorry. I found it this morning in a restaurant. If you say it's yours, I hope you will. So now the man who has kept the umbrella in front of that beside the shop, that man started saying that if you think this is umbrella, this is yours. I have found this umbrella in the restaurant. So if you think that it is yours, I hope you will. I hope you will take it. It's mine, cried Soapy with anger in his voice. So Soapy got very angry. So he says it's mine. Actually, what Soapy thought that as he has taken that man's umbrella, he wanted that man to call the cop saying that Soapy has taken his umbrella, and if he gives him a complaint, then Soapy will get arrested. This is what he has planned. But instead of that, what happened? That man said that if you think that it is yours, I have found this in the restaurant. If you think it is yours, you take it. So to that, whatever the Soapy had a plan, that has been a failure. The umbrella man hurried away. The cop helped a lady across the street. Soapy walked east. He threw the umbrella as far as he could throw it. He talked to himself about cops and what he thought of them. Because he wished to be arrested, they seemed to believe he was like a king who could do no wrong. So here, the umbrella man, he hurried away. He had run away from there. Okay. And then the cop helped a lady across the street, and Soapy, he walked towards the east, and he got very angry. He has taken that umbrella and he has thrown it off. And he talked about himself, and he thought that these cops, they are not arresting him even though he is doing some wrong deed, even though he is doing some naughty things, they are not arresting. So he thought his only desire is to go to the Blackwell's Island, that is in the prison. He wanted to stay for 3 months there. So in order to protect himself over there. So, but he believed that the cops believed that he was like a king who could do no wrong. Okay. At last, Soapy came to one of the quiet streets on the side of the city. He turned here and began to walk south towards Madison Square. He was going home, although home was only a seat in a park. So from there he started moving, and he came to a quiet street. So that quiet street is nothing but this Madison Square, that is in the New York only. And what he had done, he walked south towards the Madison Square. He was going home. So from there he started moving back to his place. So what is his home? His home is just a seat in a park. So there he went. But at a very quiet corner, Soapy stopped. To one quiet corner of that particular park, there he had stopped. Here was his old childhood home. So from there he was able to see the childhood home. Through one window, he could see a soft light shining. That had been his living room, where he had spent many happy, peaceful moments. Sweet music came to Soapy's ears and seemed to hold him there. So he had seen, through a window he could see soft lighting which was falling in the living room, and it was that room where he had played with his friends. So it was nothing but a church where he stayed. Okay, and he was able to recollect the peaceful moments when he was there in that church. Sweet music also he was able to hear. He seemed as if he was hearing it again. Okay, and that has hold him there. So hearing that sweet music, that memories, when he heard that, and that was still he was able to hear in his ears, and he stopped. He had hold for a second, and he was there just looking at that particular place. The moon was above, peaceful and bright. There were few people passing. He could hear birds high above him, and the music that came from the room held Soapy there, for he had known it well long ago. So still he was able to hear that music as if he was very much known to that music. He was just standing there and hearing that. Okay, and the music that came from the room held Soapy there, for he had known it well long ago. In those days his life contained such things as mother and flowers and high hopes and friends and clean thoughts and clean clothes. So in those days, his life, so those days when he was there in the church, how was his life? His life was with his mother, flowers and high hopes. He had lot of hopes. Friends were there to play, and also he had clean thoughts in his mind, and also clean clothes. So all this he had. Okay, there was a sudden and wonderful change in his soul. He saw with sick fear how he had fallen. He saw his worthless days, his wrong desires, his dead hopes, the lost part of his mind. So then he started thinking. At that time when he was there in the church with the mother and friends and everyone, that time his thoughts, everything was pure. But all of a sudden what happened? There was a change in his soul. So what was that change? So change was sick fear, he had fallen, and then he had worthless days, and his desires, hopes, everything he has lost it, and his power of mind, thinking ability, everything he has lost it, and he was leading a life in the park. Okay. And also in a moment his heart answered this change in his soul. He would fight to change his life. So now all that his inner feelings, he's talking to his inner feelings. And all of a sudden he thought, why shouldn't I fight with this? Okay, so all these wrong deeds which is doing, why shouldn't I fight with this and turn my life to better? He would pull himself up out of the mud. He would make a man of himself again. So now he thought that I will come out of this mud. Mud means all the wrong deeds which he was doing, all that, from that I will come out and change my life. So he thought that I will make a man of my himself. There was time, he was young enough. He would find his old purpose in life and follow it. So now he thought that I am very young. Now I will find the purpose of my life. So what I have to do it, how I should lead my life. That sweet music had changed him. So as he was standing there and hearing to that sweet music, so that music has changed his life, his soul. Tomorrow he would find work. And a man had once offered him a job. He would find that man tomorrow. So he thought, tomorrow I will find out a job. So tomorrow that one man, he has asked him to join a job. So I will contact that particular man and I will find a job and I will lead my life very well. He would be somebody in the world. He would, Soapy felt a hand on his arm. He looked quite quickly around into the broad face of a cop. So what happened? He was standing and staring, looking at that particular church, and he was thinking all this. So immediately one man has put his hand on his shoulders. He thought, who is that? So he had turned and he had seen him. So who was he? He was a cop. What are you doing hanging around here? Asked the cop. Nothing, said Soapy. So that police, the cop, has asked him, what are you doing here? Looking there. So Soapy said, I'm not doing anything. You think I believe that? Said the cop. So you are saying that I'm not doing anything. Should I believe that? The cop says. Full of his new strength. So now Soapy is full of his new strength. He wants to lead a better life. So is he doing anything wrong there standing? No, he is not doing any wrong deed. So full of his new strength, Soapy began to argue, and it is not wise to argue with a New York cop. So now what he had done, he did not do anything, he was just standing. So he had argued with the cop saying that I am not doing anything, and he just started arguing. I am just standing here, he started saying and arguing with that cop. So it is not wise, it is not good enough to argue with the cop in New York. Come along, said the cop. So cop told, now come along with me. Okay. 3 months prison on Blackwell's Island, said the judge to Soapy next morning. So next morning, when he was taken to the judge, there the judge gave a judgment saying that 3 months you have to be in the prison that is on Blackwell's Island. So what did we learn, children? So all these days, he was just wanted to go to the island. That is the prison. So when he had done the mistakes, when he willing and wanted to go to the island, at the time no one had caught hold him. But now his soul wanted to have a better change. He wanted to lead a good life. So when he wanted to lead a good life, when he was thinking of that, when he wanted to find a work and all that, at the time it was the cop who had put his hand on his shoulder and he has taken him, even though he did not do anything. So here what he has done, he has argued with the cop. Okay, so we can learn from this that we should not argue with anyone. And one more thing we can learn from this story, that we should have hopes. A hope or a confidence in your mind, in your soul, that brings you up for a change, for a better. So you should have high hopes. You should not lose your hope. So have desire for a high hope, lead well, and have a successful life. Okay children, have you understood it? Thank you children.